Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. This is going to be a very, very, very short video. I hope all my big tech moguls and everybody can tune in and help me make this video possible. So I've been calling the police and the FBI, and I've written to the CIA and the NSA. I've cursed out Pentagon officials. I've said things to Chuck Schumer, which he's affiliated, knows people 40 plus years in the government, knows people in intelligence. This morning I woke up saying intelligence, and then I had a vision, not a vision, but a thought. Out of all the thoughts and everything, I woke up at 4 in the morning saying intelligence. And then that thought branched off to everything else. And so, to rewind, I've been calling the police when my life is in danger. Now they are smarter. What they like to do is they like to make me look like I'm the crazy one because I get along with Trump, but I'm independent. And so I truly, uh, as I move forward, I know that even though I get along with him, it's really nothing. I don't want to step on the president's toes. I don't know what's going on in the White House. I don't know. I cannot predict what he is doing. But what I can say is that he writes me from time to time, even after I said stop. Not specifically him, but his organization. And so, as a Republican, everything I did myself while I've been here. And I'm not trying to, but some people gave me breadcrumbs along the way. But not enough, man. Not enough. Like, you gave me the bare minimum, if that. I was arrested. A young, a young child was doing a 5-year-old, man, with an adult male. Y'all never arrested him. And I look like I'm crazy on camera because I go in the corner and start crying. Because what would you do if you saw something like that? You can't whoop that child. That's not your child. You can't tell that guy, hey, look, that's wrong, or redirect the child however you do your children. I could not do that. I'm not saying whooping is right. I never had to whoop any of my children. So, yeah, I truly feel like I was mistakenly, I'm being mistakenly identified as someone that is something. I look bad on paper, and it's just not right, man. Like, I don't, someone within the court system here got cocky. They sat up there and they either wanted me back in jail. It's no way that setup happened. I had the knife on my leg, and he was just walking back and forth, walking back and forth. I asked him, I asked him, I said to him, how long is it going to be? And he said, it's going to be all day. Why would you tell me it's going to be all day, and then 5 minutes later you're done? Why would you put a panel that looks like something is not? You were causing me to get anxiety and start panicking. I have never had to second guess a person that has came in my house. They may have, some of them, questionable. Like, I don't want to pinpoint who, but I never had to second guess that or feel threatened. I never. I know who comes in my house, but whoever sent him, he is 6'3", 270 almost pounds. What do you think I'm going to do if he's acting like a killer? Like my body is going to take all day. Absolutely nothing that was in that toolbox had anything to do with Ziply fiber other than the boxes of the Ziply fiber cable. I tried to take it back, sorry about that. When I tried to take it back, I gotta drink some more water. When I tried to take it back, um, they scanned it and they sat up there and they were like, we can't read the barcode. Is there another way? So I had to call Ziply Fiber and get like a full UPC code or something sent to my email. Something isn't right, man. Like, and then I don't want to start nothing with nobody. Like I just feel like every time I sit up there and try to tell my story, things happen. I left a can wide open. He was waiting around for me for something to get in my system. And this is just not right. And that's the same thing they did to me. They tried their opportunity. I'm trying to, I'm trying, I'm not trying to tell the whole story, but it's like, then I had a knife. I just said I had a knife earlier, and I had it on my leg because he made me feel very uncomfortable when he jiggled the door when I started looking through his items. That's what triggered the violent, uh, the protection of myself, because he knew I was going to look through his bag. That African man sat up there and had some type of off the wall drug for me. They wanted me scared. They wanted me to look like I was crazy. When I went back upstairs and calmed down, they knew. I addressed it with one lady. One day I have it all recorded and I gave it to the police. I gave some things, some questionable things, but I'm a spiritual lady. Hey, I am spiritual. If I can have it my way, everybody will be 95% good, 5% bad. So they'll have a taste of what bad is. So they have 95% solid good. But we can't have it that way. There are some people that are 100% bad. And will never, and like being bad, like the fact that you look me in my face, dead in my face with a poker face. That is a killer. That's what killers do. That's what people that deceive people do. You sat up there and deceived me. You know why I was downstairs. Why would you treat me like that? I never treated you like that. I never. You always didn't like me. And I addressed it. Things started to happen to me. It seemed like you cooled down. And then this, an interception of cable. And what's even crazier is y'all invited Verizon over and I had internet and they wouldn't even let me go. I wanted to go. They all possibly laugh. Just because I'm uncomfortable around people that I know don't like me. I don't have time for those people that do not like me. And so I called the police and I told him about the thing. I told him about the item with Ziply fiber, and he was like, well, throw it away. I'm like, either one of two things. Either I'm right about the call interception and they're trying to do their job and find the people that are doing this, or one, they just want to tell me, hey, look, I don't like you. And there's nothing you can do about it. I just don't understand, you know. I've tried to write it. I understand. I understand. If I listen to the story and tell the story, I understand. And that's what gives me faith. That's what gives me faith. Because if I was a criminal, the FBI isn't going to have cybersecurity put me request that I possibly follow them. If I was considered a criminal. So whoever is watching, want someone out there, whoever is the criminal, to know they would not want me on their page. They would as someone who can tell on themselves, but they know I'm not going to say no BS on there like that or laugh at whatever smart and intelligent thing. It's a lot of people out here that's very, very slow. They're not slow, but they're slow. Like you're on a government website and you sit up there and you, you sit up there and you laugh at, you're like, well, cybersecurity today busted a sexual ring organization tied in crimes with the mafia, and we help save thousands of lives. And then you have someone that do like a smiley face. You have someone that do like a smiley face. So yeah, other than that, I just wanted to say that I I feel like I let you guys down sometimes. I'm not going to put it in a paper because I have faith in you guys. I redact saying that you're prejudice. I based all the things that I put off of emotion. That was my emotion then. When I walked out the door after after um did I drink or take anything? So that was my emotion. And I can control it. I definitely admit that I can control my emotion, because you got to think, if I couldn't control it, I would be attempting to go to the next level with my emotion and act on it. And I did sort of act, but not in a violent way. I reverted to acting by twisting it and telling you guys how I feel without me having to yell. I acted by advocating for myself. And that's what I choose to do, is always advocate for myself. And Donald Trump, if you're out there right now, if you're out there, I may have said I urge you to bring the troops in to get back at them, but you make the decision. I don't want to sit up there and say, you know, hey, look, bring them in. They're all bad, because they're not all bad people. They're not all bad people. And so I I don't know. I'm still being followed, and they want me to ditch the car and ditch my items. It's so sad and sick how some of these criminals are. How when I pulled off, I sat in my car for 5 minutes, not one bit of movement. And as soon as I pull off, they pull off. And we're like the only three. It was a white lady just sitting there. She could see us. And it was a Hispanic. And as soon as I backed up, he backed up. And so I backed up a little bit more to let him back up, give him enough room to feel stupid, because I'm not going to sit up there and take off and you be behind me. That is just way too simple. So I waved at the lady I waved at her because I was like, you're not watching this. And yeah, some people here are no good, but I say, police, please don't. I don't want to speak nothing into it. When it comes to the government, you're a part of it. I'm not. I don't know if my heart can take any type of jail time. I haven't committed no crimes. I told you everything that I've done. I wanted to get it out the way. I wanted you to know what you would be investigating. And so those are the things that is going on in my life. And I just wish that you guys would just help me. I don't call just to call. When I call and y'all don't like come by, I don't get mad or nothing, but I question it. I question it like, well, are you helping me or hurting me? Or is it because I remember I've had two people come by and I've talked about it before. I had two people come by and I've talked about it before, and it was Social Security and they were filming me. It was a police officer in Social Security, and obviously I give that woman my life. I would give my life for that woman, and God bless her soul. Because if it wasn't for her, he was just there as protection, in case, something go down, which nothing went down. Just like Zipley Fiber didn't push shit in. But yeah, they were there, and nothing happened. And she asked me a couple of questions, and I'm like, about my businesses. And I'm like, okay, yeah, fine. I have this business, this made this much, this made that much, but I still suffer from mental health issues. And I told her straight to both of their faces, I was like, when I get a business, please help me, because when I get a business, I want to be off of Social Security. And they gave it to me. So that's one white lady that I give credit to, because you had to go over her in order to, and I didn't give like a butt kissing impression. I just told the truth. That's what I'm about, telling the truth. And she read right through every verbiage I said. So there are some good people. And it's it's like the non-dysfunctional little sister that you don't like. Yeah, I just don't like each other. And then years later, down the road, y'all on MTV and you talking about, why did we even hate each other in the first place? That's how it is, you know. And I truly feel like the fact that I was attacked, um, I know it's the only thing y'all can kind of say is that I excessively fall. You know, if you think about it after what happened, you know, like with the last scenario, like they took my life from me. They put a they put a charge on me, whether it be a gross misdemeanor or a felony. It was out of my control. I sat up there and I was drugged, and it seemed like a repetitive thing, but people don't want to see me do good. They want to see a dumb, enraged, beautiful black girl. How would that look on camera? That is nothing. So I hope that you guys know that to the police, to the FBI, to the CIA and NSA, please, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm confused myself. I don't even know what's going on. Sometimes I come up with scenarios but no one has been talking to me. That lets me know something isn't right. The very bare minimum of information. I run my mouth too much. I'm a snitch. Oh man. So that's why I'm not gonna do it. You know as well as me. Because if you did give me some information, I would go do it and I would talk about it. Sometimes it's like that, and sometimes it's like something else. I don't know. But what I do know is that I hope that I don't have to make another thing about this. I just want to get out of here in a fair, non non-aggressive where I'm talking junk about everyone like no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be honest. I just want to be honest. Anything I say can and will be used against me in a court of law. Why do they say against you and not not for you, not para, but with you in a court of law, but against you, you know, it's kind of scary. When you hear that against you stuff, you be like, whoa. So if I say my cat is blue, you be like, ma'am, I was walking on down the boulevard at 10 a.m. when I saw Miss Cloud approach me and say the cat was blue, and therefore I knew that she was probably under the influence of a substance. Hey, it gets annoying. It gets annoying. But, you know, I'm not like that, man. People keep trying to paint me out to be the villain, and I'm not the villain. The computer, the computer tells a story, and my phones do too, of who I am. As long as you give me back my phones, that's all I ask. You know, you can take the phones. You know, if the FBI ever take it, fine, take it. Just give me that shit back when it's time to give me that shit back. Because I know I ain't got nothing crazy on there. So that's about it. Y'all take care, be safe, and one last thing. I apologize for saying that to you guys, okay? To the good officers. Keep rocking. Keep rocking. And make sure you keep doing the things that you're doing to say keep Bellevue and Kirkland safe. I saw y'all out there. It's a reason why I'm saying this. I saw y'all out there. Um, and there was a homeless man just sitting there, and y'all making sure y'all keep the streets. It's beautiful as it is. It's turning bad, and I don't like that. And I neither do y'all. Y'all try to maintain y'all neutralness, if that's a word, but we both know that you don't like having to lock someone up. Some people get off on that, but other people, you don't want to have to lock someone. Real people that are police officers don't want to have to lock someone up like me. And so they're sitting there and they're letting him sit there in the street and, well, in the sidewalk. And it was three of them. And, you know, I was like, okay, they both had all of them had their heads turned. Understood. And then when I was typing the stuff, yeah. So, so yeah. The only reason I said yeah is because I was right up the street from that. Right up the street. I would never go against y'all, men and women of the police force. So if that was what you were looking for, you know, whether Democrat or Republican, y'all still get up, put your shoes on, your civilians, go to work, change, and get out there and risk. You're a target. You risk your lives every day, every day. And it's even more riskier. Your lives are like a high risk stock or tripolar cryptocurrency. 1 minute is going good, and at any moment, y'all can die. And y'all, it's like, what kind of coverage you get? What, in the paper, real quick? That's, you're in the quantum, true, but that's it. A ceremony in a paper. That's all you get for risking your life with these scumbag criminals. Whether tall, short, medium, male, female, I don't know if y'all accept the LGBT yet. You don't get nothing. And that's why I say what I say. At least pay me some money to sit up there and get my life, risk my life. Enough of residual income. So, and keep the crime and be smarter about the tactics being used towards getting criminals off the street. How can we, from here on out, up it a notch, learn more tactics and useful skills to help get criminals off the street? But that don't even happen. It's like 1,000 police force to 800,000 people here. So I would never go against the police.